Shalom, it's 7 p.m. Tuesday, the 19th of April 2022. I'm just documenting what's happening here in Nairobi, Veges. So there seems to be progress here since I added the new compost, which is lighter, fluffier, probably healthier, I don't know. So these guys are holding up. There are a lot of seeds which I have put in trays and things, tomatoes in there, chives, other vegetables. Who's that? Tomatoes even there, sweet aperitif. And this is a tray of garden cress. It's a huge tray, there are lots of them. This one is watercress, more watercress, and down there is kale, there is radish, there's more kale, there is freesia, mixed flowers, and there is more kale, and yeah, and a little flower that I'm hiding there from the sun because it started wilting. So this was meant to be freesia mixed, and I also had amaranthas in there, amaranthas. So at the moment I'm not sure what's coming up, what's not. I'm gonna wait and see. So this is definitely vegetables. So this is amaranthas, the red one, and the other red one here. This one, my hands are totally I've been gardening, obviously. I've just finished, I haven't even washed my hands. This is basil, planted on the 8th, so it's doing fine, it's growing. What is here? So I have transplanted amaranthus today, but the green, so all the reds are amaranthus, but the green, that's radishes that I had bought in the store and washed them, cooked with some, was left with some. The ones that I was left with, I covered with a bowl and in a bowl and kept them in the fridge. And they started sprouting, so I planted them. I'll see what happens to them. I've just transplanted the amaranthus today, that's why I'm covering them. And wow, in here, in this massive gift box which I collected on the road somewhere, as you can see, there's a lot of basil coming up. I have here, oh okay, so that's peppers today. Once again, that's so I'm gonna have to use this to cover it up. Corn, still waiting for that one. It was only one seed. I'll see what happens. These are peas in there from 2 days ago. Peacock orchids, so they're doing fine. Oh my goodness, look at that shooting up. That was, I waited for those to come up for a very long time. Marigold, that's from the 13th of February. Marigold from the same time is also coming up, not doing exactly brilliantly, but not dead. This I'm still waiting to see the result of. I hope it grows. usually when I buy flowers from the shop, I never throw out the dry flowers. So I normally plant these and sometimes they come up. Okay. Here we got Frisia and Tigidria, which is now doing not so badly, you know. We got those two. Actually, we've got some more now. They're coming up. That's a piece of glass. You always find glass in compost, surprisingly. But I've never been hurt by the glass in spite of me not using gloves. So there's still more coming up, which is fantastic. Maybe now I don't need to keep using the red thread to show me where there's new life, but there's life down there. More of them down there. This is definitely a gladioli. These guys, I have no idea who they are. I'm supposing some kind of flower. These guys. Ooh, there's another one there. So there's great improvement there. More vegetables. Flowers are coming to an end. But I've really enjoyed them. So I only have up here, I've only got the 4 buckets of daffodils, and we used to have some tulips as well. I used to put them down here, so I just removed them today. Yesterday I planted peacock orchid bulbs here, and then the day before, on the 17th, I planted carnations. As you can see, purple forest is doing fine. The last of daffodils, the last tulip standing. We got gladiolis. This is what I normally do. I keep them. Yeah, and just keep them as dry flowers. They look nice to me. They do look nice anyway. So glads over there. More glads. Growing very well. So these are the last few daffodils, which is a bit sad. I was enjoying them. So I planted flowers here, in that row and this row here. So I'm gonna wait for them to come up and we'll see what they are. They are mixed flowers, so I don't know what is what. I got some onions yesterday. I cut a lot of leaves yesterday and put them in the freezer. And as you can see, things are happening. The potato is doing fine, and the onions and the garlic, everybody's doing just fine. So gladioli number 2 is coming up, that little one there. That one still has only one, but it's quite tall, and that one still has only one, but it's also quite tall. So it looks like all the onions that I planted last year when I first moved here, they are kind of swelling up, and I don't know whether that's the end of their life or not. I have no idea, to be honest. So lentils are doing fine, and as you can see, the gladiolis are happy. They are really happy, shooting up. The funny thing is, there's new ones coming up from places I didn't expect them to. And these are flowers on this row where the yellow is. So new glads here. This one came up today. I saw that yesterday, and that one. And there's still that one that's hiding in the middle of lentils. So daffodils and not tulip. Oh dear, long day. I've just watered this. That's marjoram, 2 rows of beets, and 1 row of jalapeno peppers. Here we have some garlic and some onions. I never know what happened to the peony that I planted last year. So guys are drying up. Nothing to report here except that there's still signs of life. Oh, the pea shoot. I think I need to water that before I go to bed tonight. Hello flowers. I don't know why it's also getting a bit yellow, but the hukera is doing fantastically. So is that. The onions are doing well. There are some garlics in this corner here. Oh dear, she's drying up. So is that. This is doing quite well actually. So my hukeras are doing fine. So that's the flowers from that point of view. Yeah. And from this point of view, we got that, which has done really well. It was the most productive flower bed, pot. But they still, oh, I thought that would come up. I think it's given up. So here we've got basil, spinach, pak choy. Yeah. Hoping to eat a lot of pak choy. I love pak choy. And they're really expensive to buy, so I can't wait to eat my own. Here we've got spinach bit, we've got some leeks and some pumpkin seeds. And beyond that, well, the greenery is that's shallot or shallots, and beyond them more garlic and more flowers on the edge, more onions and potatoes and garlic. There's a lot of garlic in this garden, so a lot of garlic actually. Okay, so on the sides of the garden, everywhere on the 3 sides of the garden are flowers, the ones that are mixed, so I don't know what's gonna come up. I had planted sweet potatoes here, but they didn't seem to be doing anything, so I just took them out yesterday. I'm going to retry using a different technique. I'm happy to see daffodils coming up here towards the end of April. That is good. I planted corn here along this line. I don't know what's happening with them. They might come up. I pray that they do. So this used to be a compost. This used to be where I used to throw my kitchen rubbish. I know you. So we got potatoes coming up there. The potatoes that wilted with the frosts last month are now coming up, which is a good sign. More garlic. More garlic. More garlic. The reason why I've got so much garlic in the garden is because it was the only thing that appeared really easy to grow. As I said, I'm a new gardener, so I didn't know what needed growing when. So while I was researching, I decided to grow what was already showing signs of life. So we've got potatoes with very interesting leaves, like this one. Anyway, they're coming up. That's the most important thing. There's nothing there. I've set that apart to plant spinach or kale. These are here in preparation for when I'm ready to plant other vegetables. So is this bit here. I'm trying to cover them with boxes to protect them from weeds, because I don't want to pick up the shovel again, or the hoe. So compost, I will turn this tomorrow and water them. I honestly was thinking there's going to be rain tonight, which would have saved me from watering everything. So on this end, once again, flowers. I just threw seeds of flowers. I brought this here today because I know we will use it at some point. Like, I can do my potting from here. Actually, the next time I do seeds and stuff, I can actually just do it from here. I don't need to bend, and I don't need to transport them from the house to plant them if I'm planting them in this corner. So once again, on the edge, flowers. I need to plant some what are they called, sunflowers at the end there. So that's the progress. As you can see, because my neighbor's garden is not, the grass is growing, I don't know what I'm going to do, but that's why I'm putting carton boxes to protect the weeds from coming through. I think that's everything. I'm sure among these lovely greenies are some weeds that I'll sort them out later once I know what is what. So at the moment I don't have anything edible, and I really like that pink tulip. I'll buy more of those next year. So here are the sweet potatoes that I was trying to plant the other day, and I took them out today because yesterday actually there doesn't seem to be a lot of action. So sweet potatoes are quite cheap in the supermarket, so I can just opt to not grow any. I just wanted to try, and I like these little purple flowers. They're coming up last. So these two buckets, which were the first ones to yield, are looking a bit dry, actually very dry, because majority of the flowers here were hyacinths and they're drying up. So interestingly, look at what happened yesterday. This came up yesterday and I was so intrigued. I have no idea what it is. And we have another one there, so I'm praying that that also works, because it would be nice to see the purple daffodil, because that's a proper purple, different from this they call purple irises. I don't know, Uncle Tom or something, but that is a proper purple. In here there's still life coming up in the little white flowers. So that's everything. I hope you had a wonderful day, and I wish you a lovely evening. Yeah, so shalom.